Hello everybody, and welcome to what is the 16th episode of the Age of Wonders 4 playthrough, our Industrious Rodents, led by Roland Vandelay. Now you might have already noticed something different about this video. If not, take a moment and just listen. What's that you hear? Is that game music? And if we start clicking on things? Is that interface sounds you hear? That's right, we now have game audio in the videos. I'm telling you, this is the future of gaming content. Before long, everybody will be doing it. Joking aside, it has taken me 15 videos to realise that when I set up the recording software, when I was setting up OBS, I had forgotten the game capture does not include game audio by default. You have to add that separately. So I'm feeling quite silly. I'm feeling a bit stupid. I'm half tempted just to delete all the videos out of embarrassment, but I'm not going to do that. I'll keep them up and I'll crack on, and you can all just laugh at me in the comments if you're feeling cruel. So yeah, feeling a bit silly, but we now have game music, we now have game sound effects. It's not just me talking over silence. I might even do a second playthrough series at some point just to redeem myself with actually having game audio from the start. I'm feeling so silly about this. Anyway, on with the game. So where we left off yesterday, our war against Perennius Sundancer was a quick victorious war. We have vassalized some of his cities. This one is currently a free city. We're at war. We could pay them to make peace and vassalize them, or we could go and conquer them. His capital, we're in the process of vassalizing. Oh no, we're absorbing it. We're bringing it into our nation, so we're going to have to save up some Imperium because we're at the city cap. We'll take a hit to our economy if we go over the city cap. There is a repeatable thing here. Expanded governments gives you a +1 to your city cap, but it's quite expensive and the cost goes up each time. So if we save up another 8 turns, we'll be able to afford that. I think as a side effect of the way I set up the map, where we all started off in the underground, so this player was here, a player here, a player here, a player here. Now I did this essentially as a sort of story reason, but it's had the game effect that we did a small underground as well. So if we look at my capital, there was only really space for one city down here. We've almost ran out of space to expand into. There wasn't space for 2 cities, there was nowhere to go, there's lava here. We could maybe have sailed along this underground river, but that would have just led us to the other NPC's city. So as a consequence of that, I didn't intend this, but we ended up taking ages to actually meet the other players. We'd set up this city, I think I'd maybe set up another city, I can't remember, but we'd done a bunch of exploring before we finally bumped into these guys over here, and you can see they're kind of hugging this edge. Similarly, there's a player over here, but huge amount of space still unclaimed. The bit in the middle, nobody can build in. It's a scarred divide map. But yeah, there's an awful lot of unclaimed land. It took us a long time to meet each other. In my other game that I'm playing on my Twitch channel, by this point in the game, the AIs had actually killed each other. Not completely, but 2 of the AIs were dead because they all went to war with each other and were actually close enough to fight. In this game, it went for a long time with nobody at war. Currently, these guys... Oh, they're not at war anymore. I thought they were. These guys are at war with them. And that's the only other war happening. I thought there was... Oh, the others were at war with the one I killed. Oh, and these 2 are at war with each other. There is wars happening, but they're here. This is the blue, and they're at war with these purples over here. Huge amount of space, they're probably not actually going to fight each other. These 2 might fight each other, because they're right next door to each other. But my point of this long ramble is that going for a military victory will take quite a long time, because we are going to have to probably take it upon ourselves to defeat each of these individually ourselves. It won't be a situation where some of them get knocked out by each other, and then we go and mop up what's left. And that'll involve quite a lot of turns of just travelling across the map. So I'm thinking we're going to maybe go for a magic victory. A magic victory involves building 3 special buildings, of which we've built 1 already. A
believe the other races have all built at least, in fact they've built 2, they've built the Heart of Order. So there's the seed, the root and the heart. They've built a seed and a heart. I'm not sure if anyone else has built the heart. I think it might only be them. But you build all 3 and then you cast like a spell of mastery and then you have to defend yourself for like 15 turns, something like that. So I think we're going to go for that. We will potentially still have combats. We've got these hostile 3 cities to pacify. They're apparently burning down one of my farms. We might still end up with AIs going to war. But yeah, magic victory is what I'm going to go for, because I think it will be a little bit quicker and it won't be as... We're at the stage where we know we've won. We've got the strongest military in the game. We've just successfully trampled over another AI. I don't want to draw it out too long, so that's the plan. But for now, these people are just hiding. We're not hiding, resting while we've absorbed that. And we're ending our turn.
And because we've conquered someone else's city, we've actually got buildings we wouldn't normally be able to get. The School of Cryomancy. We don't normally get that because we're not in the Dark Culture. Or sorry, we're not in the Shadow Affinity. We've not been getting Shadow tokens. So this thing gives us money and research with extra mana for adjacent snow or ice provinces. Ordinarily, if you're going, I think this does the same, this is also based on snow and ice. Ordinarily, if you were doing cold magic, you'd get, there's a spell that starts terraforming your terrain into Arctic, or you would pick it on an Arctic world. But this time it's been kind of cruel to this particular AI because we do not have any snow or frost anywhere, and I don't think you can make the underground frosty. Over here, the scout's been just gradually clearing the fog of war. As I say, this is the Scarred Divide. So we set it up, in case you haven't seen the previous videos, we set it up as a forming realm, which means most of the world started off like this. Rocky, lava, volcanic, and gradually any desolate province like this that wasn't already claimed, wasn't part of a city domain, would gradually terraform into a random other thing. That's also why we've got such a mishmash, it's a patchwork. Got a bit of forest, got a bit of sand, got a bit of grassland, got some mountains just scattered about. It's not very like continuous. It doesn't have a sort of firm identity of this is the forest area and this is the desert area and this is the Arctic area. It's all just mishmash. Oh yeah, and I love this hero. He's so big. He just towers over everyone else. He's like the Rat Godzilla because he's huge and he breathes fire on people. So they're just in the terrain, in our terrain. They're just gonna move into the city and spend a turn just healing up. And then we'll probably, well, we'll have to go and deal with Gem Keep at some point. Got an army there as well, apparently. In fact, they can go and say hi. This is probably my strongest army, my leader. And they've got an army, they could head down here. We have now claimed this, and as I said, we're over the city cap, so our income has gone down a bit. I don't know if it's marked on here explicitly. I don't think it is, but we take in it's a 20% hit to all of our income because of that. So we don't want to stay like that forever. Just having these guys rest up. They've built some defences. So next up, I think we'll do a convent because it gives knowledge and mana based on how stable your city is. And we're currently at the second highest stability, so we'll get a decent income from that. Plus it's cheap. In our new city that we've just conquered, there's a remarkable lack of boosts. It's got a decent population, so I'm going to build the Temple of Fertility, which provides draft and food equal to the population. Yeah, just equal to the population. I was looking at population times 15, but no, that's saying we've got 15 population. So we'll get 15 food and 15 draft out of it, which is a decent amount. Although it's going to take ages, actually. Maybe we don't do that. What we need is a Masonic Hall, but they don't have any quarries here.
Right, I might take a look. This is magic ruins. I don't know what magic ruins. It's the ruins of a victory structure. Ah, right. So this used to be their seed of chaos. So we're going to replace that with a quarry. And we've got Spelljammer ruins is because I broke it, so I'll fix that. I think these schools, the cryomancy, I mean, they bring in money. No, they don't specifically bring in money. I'm going to replace that with a quarry as well. Because we've already researched, we're in the end game, I've already researched all the way up to tier 5 tomes. We don't really need more research. So, I'm going to replace this one with a mine. The rest of it's okay though. Yeah, the rest of it's decent. We'll leave the rest as it is. Okay. And what are they actually going to build though? Everything's so slow though. We could build a builder's quarters somewhere to get even more production. Because yeah, their production is absolutely terrible here. So I was replacing these two with quarries. The builder's quarters gives you extra production based on adjacent quarries. So maybe we build a builder's quarters here. Yeah, we'll do that. And that should make everything else a little bit less slow to build. And we've got to restore the land because some of these, when it was terraforming, some of the desolate provinces essentially stayed desolate. And so we can cast spells to fix that, like here. Now, that's not necessarily required because that was still, before they broke it, still getting all the bonuses of a research post. The fact it was desolate didn't matter. The reason I'm doing it is because I've got a second modifier in the world where any desolate sector has volcanic activity, which means any fights in that sector will have volcanic explosions going off, potentially hitting both friend and foe, and B, you can't regen. If your armies are in desolate sectors, there's no regeneration, no passive healing. So I like my own terrain at the very least to be non-desolate so we can heal in our own terrain. And because we just got a new city, we can also get a new hero. So we could get one of these elf folk from our vassal Valenford. They are spell wardens, which means all their units get +2 status resistance. We could get another ratling from another vassal Kriegmar, who would be an afflictor. We could get one from Duskwatch. This is a different race of rats. The guy that I defeated, his rats, he's a Deathkeeper. Undead heroes get bonuses, we're not undead. This one's a friend of ogres, which means we get ogre units and troll units when governing a city. That could be fun. This one just gives us some order affinity. We've already actually got quite a lot of order. We didn't start off with it, but we've been picking it up along the way. Panache, what does that do? Melee attacks have a chance of doing taunted, would make a decent corpse, a decent tank. We've got an awful lot of these overbearing Ratkin. Astral just adds more astral affinity. And then these are our own ones. The ones that come from vassals are higher level and cost more. The ones from our own race are lower level but cost less. And it's a reason basically to encourage you getting vassals. I think the builder would give us more production, so maybe I just get him to govern. Get someone that's higher level. I'm going to get the friend of ogres. Actually, there's a thing to be said for getting someone that's our own race, because we've been applying racial transformations. Although I could always apply them to them as well. Yeah, let's get the friend of ogres so we can get... No, I've just changed my mind again. We've got enough high tier units. If I'd got this early on, yeah, but ogres are a bit rubbish. I've had ogres and they just tend to die all the time. Trolls would be cool, but they don't really fit. I'm getting this guy. He's got a chance of doing damage over time effects. So we're going to hire Ingmar Silverback. He's currently set up as a mage. We might
respec them to do two-handed weapons, because I don't have a two-handed weapon person. Everyone's currently running around with one-handed weapons or magic stuff. But we're going to recruit him. And he will be their governor. And as governor, he provides production. Because he's more materium. They are very unhappy. Oh, they're really unhappy. Do I have a Whispering Stone free? I do not. Well, they're just going to have to be unhappy for the moment. Right. Our mana income's pretty good, so I'm going to get a couple of enchantments done. So this will make our support units Steve's Amending. Our support units will become faithful. Their unit upkeep gets reduced. And it adds a heal to them. So our support units, the industrial support units normally have two support abilities. One boosts the defense and resistance of the target. I think by default it just does defense, but we've upgraded them to do resistance as well. And the other one converts that boosted defense into a heal and damage output. This will give us just an actual proper heal as well. Not a particularly strong one, but a proper heal. So our Steel Shapers will now have a proper heal. And I'm also going to cast much higher level improvement that will make our support units and our battle mages. This is Supreme Magic. We got this from... I think I took the Tome of Supremacy. It's an Order Tome, Tier 4. It will give them Zeal, which makes all their base attacks do 2 extra spirit damage, doubled against condemned units, but I don't think we have a way to condemn people just now. And it also means when we kill a unit with our battle mages and supports, they explode and do spirit damage to all adjacent enemies. That costs twice as much, but affects more units and is more impressive, to be honest. We've also just unlocked Exemplar. Units recruited through the Rally of Lieges get +2 ranks upon recruitment. That's alright, but I'm saving up for the city cap, so I'm not spending Imperium just now. Somebody insulted me. Enjoy your victory while it lasts, you'll be the next to fall. Maybe you'll be the next to fall. Oh, he's got a lot of chaos as well. The AI has been better at research than me, so if we look at our rankings, I am first in military, I'm first in expansion, I'm first in economy. I'm last in magic. The only reason we're 6th rather than 7th is because one of the people's dead and doesn't have magic anymore. So we are way behind everyone else. And he's also insulting me for... Oh yeah. We have a grievance against him though. So a lot of the people, part of the reason there hasn't been as many wars as in my other game is... He's maybe not the right one to look at. A lot of them are either diplomats or sages, which means wars must be justified. And because everyone keeps on insulting each other and denouncing each other, we've all kind of got the same number of grievances against each other. And it means they kind of balance out and nobody's actually got a good justification for war. So they're all just sitting here seething at each other without actually fighting. Anyway, let's keep going. Isn't it so much nicer with music? Just running about. Yeah. They burned down my farm. You can't rebuild it until you clear them out your land completely. They fueled up though, so they're going to march on Gem Keep. I think rather than pay them for peace, we'll just conquer them, because it'll give us something to do. Right, now they're not actually invaders, they're just kind of, they claimed this, there'll probably be a little story event when we talk to them. Oh no, it's just a combat. I'm going to do a manual battle, because we've not done a battle yet this run, but we are massively outgunning them. This should be an easy fight. What have they got? They've got some Bastions, that's the same as us, tier 3 shield unit. They've got some Gremlins. They've got some Steel Shapers, their support unit. They've got a Scout. And they've got a basic crossbow. And a hero. On the other hand, we've got a Golden Golem. And 2 stacks of Iron Golems.
Not to mention a Chaos Eater at tier 4. That's tier 5. My hero, who is kind of a support build. He's got a whole bunch of healing things along with a fireball. And he brings in... Oh no, this is the one I meant to look at. He's got his Iron Golem Assistant. One of the skills he can get is Materium, is Iron Golem Assistance. Now when I first got it I thought, oh great, Iron Golems, free Iron Golems, I could do, because these things are stompy. They've got over 100 health, they take less than half damage from physical attacks, but no, you get little mini ones instead. They are not nearly as defended and have half the health. Still, they're free units, and if they die, they just come back next battle. You don't have to worry about, you know, keeping them alive and everything, so... They're still useful, and they're cute. Little mini Iron Golems. So he's buffing himself, he summons some spiders. Okay. Well, you can go and deal with the shield guys. So that gilded effect, this is the thing with the Golden Golem, is he's very sturdy, good defences, he does high damage, 25 damage 3 times, but the key thing is this gilded thing. Anytime he hits, and also anytime someone hits him, the Golden Curse, there's a chance to become gilded. And gilded stuns them, meaning they'll miss their next turn, and if we kill them while they're gilded, we get 20 gold per tier of the unit. So these guys, being bastions, if we kill them while they're gilded, we get 60 gold for them. Which is pretty damn nice. We're just going to go up and tank some hits. I could do a fireball from back here. It's technically a fire evocation, but it's a fireball. Let's set some of them on fire. Put these golems round to defend as well, but I'm going to have the... Oh, we get a good shot there. This blocks line of sight, so standing over here, we're getting a big penalty to hit, but we can hit a bit better here. And the Chaos Eater applies Misfortune, which increases their fumble chance, while also doing a random status effect. So we're not killing them this turn, but maybe we'll get them next turn. And I've kind of screwed up my positioning with those golems. They've been boxed in behind my leader. So they're casting spells. Apparently their hero can cast spells. In fact, they're casting quite a lot of spells and buffs and things. And yeah, my Iron Golems are nowhere near as sturdy. That's them dead already. My Iron Golem Assistants, sorry. My Iron Golems are pretty damn sturdy. The other nice thing about the Golden Golem is he has infinite retaliations. Normally you only get 1 retaliation a turn. Industrial units get 2, but he gets as many as he wants. Maybe we can kill them this time. It's not looking like we're going to kill them. I'm going to cast a spell. We're going to just... nothing too serious. We're just going to do Melt Armor, which I really should have done to start with. So that killed the spiders who were gilded. We'll get a little bit of gold. And still not getting them. Oh well. Oh well. I guess my leader could probably kill them. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Just for the gold. I'm just going to move them forward, but then I'm going to guard rather than attack. Because there's only one of us, and there's 2 sort of DPS units attacking us over there. Oh. It's doing a cone of cold at us. Okay, they're not attacking the... well, they're attacking these golems, okay. Those gremlins hit pretty hard. Right, I'm going to move them forward, and I'm going to use, because I've got a bit in nature, we've got this aspect of the root, lets our shield units heal up and go into defensive mode automatically. But he's just going to smash this hero in the face. It's a little difficult to hit him. I'm not sure why it's so difficult. Well, he's just obscured for some reason. Is it the terrain he's in? I don't know. So we missed. A better chance for him, but what I'm going to do, I've got a wand of lightning that does a line attack, so hit everybody. But yeah, we're struggling to hit, so I think I'll go and shoot the gremlins instead. They teleport when they get hit. Then do their defensive heal. We could cast some more spells, but why not? I was about to talk myself out of it. I'll just keep on using melt armor. Okay, we're never going to kill them if we keep defending, so I guess I'm attacking them. Oh, my Iron Golem Assistant's back. So, I'd forgotten about this. We have now got a high tier, it's like top tier Materium. Eternal Earth, it makes all elementals undying. After 2 turns they come back with half their hit points. And golems count as elementals. So my golem assistants are back. Probably not for very long, but still. Right, kill him. Kill them. Kill them. No, they're not going to get a line of sight on anyone. Okay. I mean, I said at the start, this is a very one-sided fight. We're twice as strong as them. They should be able to hit now. They're fumbling a lot though. Have they been slowed? Have been slowed. I was thinking they're not moving very far. That's them dead. I will let them retreat, it's fine. We're good boys and girls. And yeah, we collected a whole bunch of gold because of our golden golem. Right. Extra end in friendly territory for the extra heals, and here's our new hero. So do I have any spare? I've got a little bit of equipment for them. Ring of Protection. So the Ring of Endurance gives them resistance against status effects, the Ring of Protection gives them resistance against damage, and the Road of Resistance does both. Don't have much else. Oh, I don't have a two-handed weapon. Okay, well maybe keep them as a caster then. Currently they do 16 damage, split between fire and electric 3 times. If I do the Satirical Orb, they do 12 damage, but they also apply Despair, and I believe Despair, damn it. Despair just loses morale. I'll stick with the higher damage. In fact, I'm going to sell the basic crossbow, and I'm going to sell Satirical Orb. And we've got an eagle mount that nobody's using. So there you go, you can have an eagle. I got the eagle off the guy I killed. He had 3 heroes with eagle mounts. I don't know where he was getting them all from, but he had a lot of them. Right, I'm going to move them up here. We've got an army that doesn't have a leader. We're just going to have to assemble someone for them. So they've all pretty much healed up. We're doing some construction changes. We're rebuilding the Spelljammer ruins. We're changing that. I don't think we really need to stay down here. So We'll head to pacify that city there. Clicking the wrong person. Silverstrad, which didn't used to be our capital, but we moved our capital up here. What are they going to do? Quite a lot of things they can do. We maybe get Silverstrad to start on one of these Materium things for the magic victory. What I'm going to do, I'll wait 2 turns to do that. We'll claim this province here, and we'll stick it right next to the capital so it's easier to defend. So something that will take 2 turns in the meantime. Or maybe 3 turns. We could replace a farm with bountiful fields, maybe? Do I have a farm? I've got 2 farms. Oh, one of them is in ruins. Okay, other options. We could put an abbey down instead of a research post. Can I do that instead of the one that's broken, or do I have to wait? I have to wait. It's because they're still in my territory. Okay. Do I have a quarry? I have 1 quarry somewhere. I feel like you should be able to click on this to have it zoom in and find it. Where's my quarry? Are you sure? Is this... Am I being silly here? I don't see a quarry here. Oh, that's the wonder. The crawler's nest counts as a quarry. Never mind that then. We don't currently have something we can put down. Do I have... Oh wait, there's a farm there. We do have a farm. Okay, bountiful fields. Takes 2 turns. Just the amount of time I need to get another population so we can make space for the heart. My ruler, Roland, is leveled up. He's now level 11. So he's been going down battle magic and support. We get Revitalize, which is an AoE regen for our units. Removes negative status effects. We can get a very basic heal, but that's not really as good. We could also just get stuff to boost our army's stats. And Spur to Action's quite nice. It's a free action, so it doesn't use any of his. Only once per battle though, but it gives the target friendly unit all its action points back, which can be very useful. There's also Quick Phase, a wee teleport, that's also a free action, useful if you're getting caught by flanking enemies. And then things that just increase our accuracy with our Staff Blast. Most of this is more for like physical combat, either hand to hand or archery, so we're not going to do that. I think I'll take Revitalize. Just add to his support stuff. He's got quite a lot of that now. Our Supreme Magic is ready? Wait, who are you? Why are the... Supreme Magic is meant to affect battle mages and support units. Why is there a random peasant in here? I don't know if that's a bug or what, but okay, sure. Our staves are all glowy. Okay. I don't think we have anything else we need to cast. No. I will prepare Mass Recall just so it's available if I need it. And we captured a guy. The guy that we just fought, we captured him. He has some interesting equipment here. I might hand him back to his pals. Yeah, I'm going to grant you your freedom. Send him home. We could execute him, but I'm playing a somewhat good playthrough, so we're going to grant him his freedom. And that'll increase my relations with Gemkeep. I'm not sure it increases it enough to end the war. We could pay them money, but no, I'm going to go and forcibly end the war. But that gives us some new items. Boots of Freedom. Give you fast movement, Very fast movement, so we get 48 movement instead of 32. Swift, we ignore terrain things, immune to being slowed and immobilized. I think I'm going to give him them instead of his leggings, maybe. Also get a hat. It does the same as he already has, but makes him immune to mind control. Aye, you can definitely have the hat. Got too many of these things of endurance. And a spider hatchling bell. Oh, that lets me summon a spider, right. I don't want that on him, because I want him to spend his time running forward rather than start. Because it's a 3-action thing, so you do it in the first turn of battle, probably, and it means he's in the back ranks when he does that. I want him up ahead. Okay. Do I want him to get the Boots of Freedom? I definitely want that on somebody that's rushing ahead. Yeah, you can have the boots. It means he's 1 less resistance, but it'll be fine. He doesn't have a hat, so he can have a crown. We'll give him the rune leggings as well. You know what? You can have the spider. Okay. End the turn. This is the downside to playing with classic turns. On the one hand, we don't get the little sort of lags whenever we're trying to do something but it's busy calculating our combat somewhere. But on the other hand, we do have time to wait between turns. It's not too long though, I don't think it's a major hardship. Right, so they're just going to head back over here. Don't need them for what's coming. I think what I'm going to do in Silver Fence is recruit a golden golem. It'll take 7 turns, they're kind of slow. Although, hang on. Chronogate, we've got a teleporter in this province. So if I check my... Yeah, Don Bane has a lot of draft. And they have a chronogate. So rather than build it in 7 turns, we'll build it in 3 turns and then just spend a turn jumping through the chronogate to teleport over there. Because this is a pretty new city, it's not very well developed. And we'll just continue milling about. Well, I do have a 2-handed person. I was telling a lie earlier. We've got this mole hero, Gallant Flare Singer, or Singer, maybe. I'm not sure if it's Singer or Singer, both work with the fire theme. She's got a big 2-handed Crusader's Claymore. It doesn't do anything fancy, it just has a bunch of spirit damage on it. Now, I could lose the resistance and make it so she's harder to be hit with ranged attacks. I think that's worth it, because a lot of the resistance stuff is ranged, so I think that's worth doing. Can't quite start the siege yet. Oh, maybe we can actually. Maybe we can, because of the whole thing where this one being on an eagle is faster than everyone else, so we can use his move and start a siege. 3 turns till breach. They've got palisade walls, they've got archer battlements, and they've got caltrops. We can add siege projects to make it faster. So currently we break down 13 per turn. If we just do 1 siege project, that'll get it down to 2 a turn. 2 turns. So we'll just do undermining the walls, and yeah, now it's 2 turns till breach, and we'll just stick with that. We don't need to spend a lot. We're gonna head down and deal with these guys that are breaking all my stuff. We've learned the Anthem of Victory buff. It affects all allied units in the battlefield, gives them 30% extra damage, 3 strength and 10% each, plus 15 morale. So we get Faithful Whispers, we'll get faster allegiance with a free city. That's more an early game thing, really. We're not really worrying about that just now. We can make our scouts move faster. I only have 1 scout left. Or we can have a combat spell that guilds people. I think we'll take that. That could be useful. It's an AoE stun.
Lithium. Lithium could use... I don't know what lithium could use. Lithium could do with replacing a farm with a better field for a start. Got a sacred meadow down there. Yeah, got a bountiful field there. Maybe we want to do other things? We don't have any quarries, we've got one quarry. Again, I don't see a quarry. Oh no, we do, we've got a quarry there. I'm not going to replace that with a fancy thing just now. I think our plan was to do a mine setup, because we can get 2 mines, and then we've got the Great Foundry counts as a mine, and gets bonuses for adjacent mines. We've got a golem mine, which I think I've already set up over here, but we could move that over. It gets production. Oh no, it gets adjacent quarries. Oh, and the Bazaar of Wonders counts as a mine. Right, we're maybe going to be moving them because that also gets bonuses. One of the Bazaar of Wonders gets bonuses for unique provinces next to it. Still, it might be worth... It's a long-term thing, but we might be doing that. I mean, at this point in the game, it doesn't really matter. We're already winning, but I still like to optimise if I can. And they'll do a Masonic Hall, just so they can build everything else faster. Although they've got pretty good production already. And the place we just captured is still rebuilding things. Everything takes such a long time. We have... Wait, do we not have a tavern available? Have they already built taverns and things? Oh, they're dark culture. Right, we don't get the usual buildings. It's a different culture, of course. Did I not migrate this to my population? It could. It's an evil act. It'll kill some of them. I'll just leave it as it is, but I guess we just absorbed it rather than migrating it. So we've got their dark culture, which is why their morale's bad. However, it doesn't matter as much because the dark culture, they can still rebel from being low morale, but they don't get the penalties to... Normally you'd get income penalties for having bad morale, but they're fine. All is not lost. Everything still takes forever though. Do we have any mining setups here? Not really. I was thinking they could build the heart or the root of materium. In fact, we'll maybe put... Yeah, I was thinking they can do that because they're so far away from everyone that if anyone tries to fight them, it'll be more difficult. So I think we're gonna... We're doing a quarry there. Instead of the quarry, I'm gonna put... put the root of materium there. Take 4 turns. Silver fence. Oh, it's suffering as well. Build a tavern, definitely. Is it just suffering because it's built a lot of things? It's just suffering because it's built a lot of things. The more you expand, the unhappier they get. We have things to counter that, like a tavern and a bathhouse, but I haven't got around to building them apparently. You can also annex yet another thing, which will make everyone even more unhappy. What do I want to do? Is there anything I need to boost? Building another quarry, that would also speed things up. Yeah, quarry would be good. We have an existing quarry. Got one there. I also kind of want to get conduits, because conduits are relatively rare. What do you count as? You count as a mine. Right.
Just thinking. If we get that and turn it into a golem mine, the golem mine gets production based on adjacent quarries, and then we could put another quarry there and we get it from these two. Wait, it's adjacent quarries, not adjacent mines. I'm talking nonsense, because that counted as a mine, didn't it? Yeah. I'm getting muddled up. Everywhere that has quarries, we can't get like the adjacency stuff. I was wanting to get the adjacency stuff with the builder's hall, but if we were doing that, we'd have to give up things like mines that I like to do. Although, that's an iron deposit. We could just do a mine here. In fact, we could do a golem mine there. And we'll get the 10 for the iron deposit, and we'll do a quarry, we'll get some extra from that. So, once you've done the tavern, stick a golem mine instead of the regular mine. And maybe a rush. I've got a lot of money, I'm rushing that tavern because I don't like how unhappy they were. And then we're doing a bathhouse after that. Mass recall's ready. It's just primed and ready, we're not using it right now. Oh, and they're all denouncing each other constantly. Oh, a war. Ah, the purple moles have gone to war with the undead guy. It's good to know. So it is all kicking off, everyone's fighting each other, but whether they'll actually fight or not, because again, he's down here. Purple are up here. There's a big distance between them and they can't get to each other from the underground. An eloquent insult. A council member from your city bastion, that's our former HQ, approaches you waving a pamphlet. We received this pamphlet from Celeria, my grand architect. Who's Celeria? Oh, they're... I think these people? Yeah, one of their cities. It took a while to decipher, but I believe they're laughing at us and calling us idiots. What does Dulbert even mean? Is that even a word? We can't just let them insult us like this, my grand architect. There must be something we can do to prove them wrong. It seems Bastion and your empire have become a laughingstock regarding its level of education. So we can spend money, we lose 348 gold and gain $70 per turn. I can afford to do that. We need schools, we're going to recruit more builders. We will lose Imperium, can't afford to do that, and gain 550 production, which is quite a lot of production. We can, because we've got a little bit of astral affinity, we can try and tutor them myself. It'll be 50-50, it's a strength 4 check and I only have 4, so 50-50. If we succeed, we get knowledge each turn. If we fail, we'll lose some stability each turn. Or just don't get involved. Nah, I'll pay for some education. I've got plenty of money. Right. This is a low risk battle. I'm going to manual this one just because we are actually almost evenly matched. Although we've got a golem mine, which means we get an iron golem on our side for free. But it'll be a less one-sided battle maybe than the last fight we did. And there's the free iron golems, and they're not the mini golem assistants either, they're proper golems. Try and keep people more or less together. It's actually a good idea. Oh, we've even got tier 1 guards in this army. It's a good idea to have everyone cluster around the Bastion because he's got a defensive mode that gives everyone next to him bonus defense. Oh, we've got halberdiers. Do these fences stop us moving that way? I'm not sure. Right, I'm going to move them there because I'm not actually sure. Oh, and a bannerman. So this is a feudal, I believe, unit. I got it through the Rally of Leeches. So he's got abilities. Mending Touch, that's because of our Staves of Warding upgrade. His default things, he can bolster adjacent units' defense and resistance. And he can do a heal and morale. Well, sure. I will bolster everyone in this little group. And then my Bastion can also do his inspiring defense. My leader, what's this? Mana Unchained. Oh, I could give everyone extra damage and stuff. But no, my leader is going to summon an elemental. Okay, come at us, bros. Yeah, I think this gets him away. Right, we can go through the fences at least, but he's a shock unit. Just charges at people. I put the bastions up front. They're just going to guard. Because my bastions get the extra retaliation. My golems aren't a racial unit, so they don't get that. Right, I'm not going to run all the way up there. We're going to put them there. Because they're just tier 1. They're legendary rank tier 1, I think. Oh no, they're not legendary, they're champions. They're still fairly sturdy, but I want to make sure they're in the golem's shielding radius. And yeah, this is quite a cramped, bottlenecked map, so all my melee units in this army are struggling to actually get where they can see anyone. They're going to hide in the bushes in there to protect radius, and we'll just take a shot at... Who would we take a shot at? Well, we got a crit. And I think rather than attack, they're going to defend and boost the resistance of everyone round about them. And then my hero is going to move. My hero was going to do their mana unchained to boost everyone. Currently, we're just out of range. So I'll move them in there. It's a 3 action, so I can't do it after I move. I've got fire breath. I could do it. Well, it's not as far as I thought. It will hit all my own people. Never mind. I've also got a crossbow. I will shoot. We've also got meteor arrows, which will do splash damage, so I'll shoot the one that's in the middle. Okay, we only grazed. Still, that's more than we would have done. And I'm going to cast a spell just to make sure. We could overkill it and cast a high level one, but I won't. I'm just going to melt armor. Messes up their defences so they take more physical damage, as well as doing some fire damage there and then. Okay, they're buffing themselves. I think they might be Scalds over there. Yeah, Scalds. Scalds are a good support unit. They've got multiple area buffs. They're beating up my bannermen. Bannermen can do a heal though, but then do I want to just do this buff instead? Nah, I'll do the thing that boosts our morale. Also boosts our resistance, which is good because they're doing fire damage. And then we'll also do our mana unchained to boost everyone's damage and, well, damage and damage to be honest. And then I'll punish those crossbowmen. And then my crossbowmen can do their heavy shot and shoot their hero. These golems are just gonna take the attack opportunity. We're gonna move in there just to mess up any range stuff they have. Well, he is gonna, yeah, just slam them. And now we're getting some flanking operations going on. I am going to taunt their support, so they have to attack me instead of using their annoying buffs. We'll also punch their support. And they can't quite reach. We've got the numerical advantage with 3 units and everything that we got. So they had to move away because they can't attack when they're in melee range, so we've got attacks opportunity on them. Poor golems are getting beat up. My golem just screamed when he lost a unit. I don't think I can really do an easy fire maneuver here. I mean, maybe if I go over here. The advantages of an eagle mount. Yeah, I'll hit my own golems, but I'll hit everyone else more. My golems are big boys and girls, they can handle it.
I move, got my free heal. And then we'll just blast. Holy hell, how do you do so much damage? Why is that damage so high? Oh, partly because we did Star Blades. We've got 3 Star Blades that's boosted them up. It gives +1 fire, lightning, or frost per stack, and we've got 3 stacks. That was my leader's mana Unchained that did that, so that'll be part of it. It's still a lot. It's a lot for a support unit especially. Oh, and I've got halberdiers against a cavalry guy. It's going well, I feel. Oh, he killed a unit with his fire breath, and he's got killing momentum. If he kills someone, he gets an action point back, so I can still shoot my crossbow as well. Obviously, we shoot it into the guy in the middle so we get splash damage. They're fleeing? Yeah, I'll let them flee. I think chasing them down is an evil act, and I don't particularly want to be evil in this playthrough. Right, so now we can rebuild all this stuff. Not sure what they should do next. I don't think I need them for the Siege Gem Keep. There is them down here, but they're not actually hostile to us. If I've got Whispering Stones kicking about, I wonder if there's a way to see where my Whispering Stones are. I don't think there is. I've put them in my own cities to improve their stability. Not here. Right, I'm going to withdraw the Whispering Stone here, I think. We're getting 30 for our Whispering Stone, so they're going to drop down to stable, but that's still not negative. I'm going to take their Whispering Stone away and try and make pals with them. So they used to be in his empire, and for some reason didn't stay at war with us. The others did, they stayed at war with us, but for some reason they just became neutral. Oh, they've got a little raiding party. Glad I sent 2 armies. 1 army would maybe have been enough. But... So I'm just going to auto combat here. It is a big battle, which would be interesting, but I don't want the game to drag out too long. So unless I lose an important unit, it's calculating. Yeah, we're fine. So the reason the auto combat took so long there is because in this game it actually plays out the combat for real. It doesn't just compare stats and things, it actually plays out the battle. So it can take a while once you get into big battles in the end game. Right, this is actually reasonably well defended. They've got multiple heroes, 2 heroes. These units aren't very good, but we'll maybe do proper siege projects here. So we'll do repeating bolt rapiers. And we'll do undermine the walls. And we will harass the defenders so they get hurt. And just move these guys up. Join the siege. And they're not really needed for anything over here, so I'm going to move them. We'll maybe fight. Oh, I don't know if they can. We'll need backup if we're going to fight them. We've got 2 Lost Wizards and a Mage Eater. Or Mage Bane, rather. We'll need backup for that. This is the thing. See, as the game. See, to start with, these defending stacks are pretty easy.
But as the game goes on, they ramp up really quickly. Admittedly, so do our armies, but like our basic armies don't. It's only really our big armies that ramp up. Right, she's just chilling, waiting for an army. Is that a she or a he? It's a she. Or at least it has boobs. Okay, this is my HQ. We've got our seed of materium. I think we're good in terms of buildings. Yeah, it doesn't have much left to do. We can get this. It's a support structure. What does it actually do though? It just boosts our defense by the look of it. Artisan fortifications gives us bolt repeater towers. Convent will give me mana and yeah, I'll do convent because we're fairly orderly. I may as well queue stuff up here. We don't have any new stuff to do, so I'll get the artisan fortification and I'll get the fortified crucible. And we'll leave it at that because actually, in fact, we'll do that later because that actually takes money now, even though we've not even started building it. So I'd rather have the money in my pool so that other people can use it for other cities. Right, so they are grabbing the forester and then they're going to start, and I need that money now, build the root of materium. So this will contribute to the magic victory. It'll also make my materium spells 20% cheaper, and any buff or healing spells will also bolster our defenses. Any materium have buff or healing spells, that is. We captured another hero. Does she have good gear? She actually does. Yeah, I'm going to send you. So the reason you want why I keep them is we get 2 research for each captive. But no, I'll send you home. And that gets me their equipment. And if I wanted, I've got Supreme Vassalage with Duskwatch now, so I could integrate them. No, we don't have Supreme Vassalage. We've got Flourishing Vassalage. Supreme's in 10 turns. I was thinking I could withdraw the Whispering Stone. I'll keep that there. But potentially we can upgrade some people's equipment. You're a melee person, you are. I'm going to give you the Chestplate of Vitality. We'll lose 1 resistance and some status resistance, but we'll gain more defense and more hit points. And you can also have the Amulet of Vitality for even more hit points. An Advisor of Farsight is just plain better than what you've got. You can have that too. Getting all the upgrades today. Young fella, my lad. At the moment he's getting a 60% reduction from range attacks. We could just get some resistance. I'm going to sell some of those rings of endurance. They're not terribly useful. Keep 1 just in case I decide to use it. I'll also sell some of our generic mounts. Oh, and we've got that Cosmic Orb. It's tier 3. Where's the Spellcaster person? She's away back here waiting for an army, isn't she? Or, yeah, she. So, this one does 6 of Fire and Lightning. But this one does 5 of Fire, Lightning and Frost. So we've gone from doing 16 damage to doing 18 damage. It's not a huge increase, but it affects... It's kind of a side grade, because it spreads it out across more elements, which means we're less vulnerable to an enemy having very strong resistance in our one element, but we're more likely that one part of our attack will be resisted. But then on the other hand, we're also more likely that part of our attack will be vulnerable to it, so it kind of swings and roundabouts, but it is overall a little bit more damage. So I'm happy with that. Okay, end turn. And I think after this turn we should probably end the video, because that's an hour. I've said it before, but time really flies when I'm playing this game. An hour goes by. It feels like it's been about 20 minutes I've been playing. I imagine it probably feels longer if you're watching rather than playing. Opponents are moving. Okay, so yeah, we will stop the video there. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the added sound of the game, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye for now.